Downtown Baltimore and Oriole Park on a Friday night. Tonight, the first of this 3-game weekend series between the Boston Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Dylan Bundy gets the call for game 1 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that is a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
Into the box now, Andrew Benintendi. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. This is line to left. And gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So it's a leadoff base hit to start the Red Sox half of the inning.
I mean, an absolute bullet line drive on the first pitch of the game. I always wondered how many pitchers were so it has to frustrate the living heck out of you, because if I'm leading off, and I never did it in my career, I'd be pulling the trigger every 0-0 pitch. That might be the best pitch you'll see all day.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. Runner at first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry. And if you don't have a good feel on that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Curveball looked at here for strike 1. Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, they come in on the heels of a victory last time out, but they've been in a bad stretch recently, losing 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team is starting to really come together. They won last night. They're playing really nice. I expect much more of the same today.
And here's one that misses to Pedroia, and the count evens at 1-1. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Earl Hendricks.
Hey, you know, D-Row, the book kind of on Earl Hendricks is he likes one side of the plate or the other. Could it be where he sets up behind the catcher?
It could be, Dan, but as a hitter, that's all you look for. I'll give you a little bit off the outside edge if you're going to be consistent with it.
His past history with Dylan Bundy, he has 7 hits in 24 at-bats. He's taken him deep once. And perhaps sensing a hit and run may be on, a move to first. And he'll get back in safely. The 2-1 home. Weak grounder down the line at third. But this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Here now the 2-2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner and foul, though it had the home run distance. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Hit to third. Over to BAL. To Trumbo, who's got it for the double play. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, one thing's for sure, they love what Mookie Betts brings to their offense. You know, it's always interesting to see a hitter's lifetime numbers against a pitcher and vice versa. Well, in this matchup, he has some pretty impressive ownage, as they say. 4 home runs in past at-bats, so that's definitely something to keep an eye on.
Here's J.D. Martinez. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. It looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond, but now they just have to try and get a 2-out rally started.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now. Just underway in Baltimore. High in the air out to center field. Stewart on the move. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing for Boston. Sox nothing. O's coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. David Price will be on the mound for the series opener. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really dependable. Last 3 starts, ERA just under 3.00, and that's some pretty good pitching. Minimizes the amount of walks, keeps his hits down, and if he can do more of the same of that, he should have some pretty good fortune in this one here today.
At the plate, Jonathan Villar. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Second baseman, Jonathan Villar.
Here's the first pitch to him. In there at the letters 0-1. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of things trending in the right direction for this team. They won their last game. They scored a bunch of runs, and let's see if they continue that today.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
1-1.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Two and two.
Hey, I think this is going to be the key to his success out on the mound. That good movement on that 2-seam fastball is going to keep that ball in the yard and keep this offense on its toes.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
You know, Matt, a big part of the offense is Mark Trumbo. He's having a solid year. With runners in scoring position, he's hitting over 300. That's not outstanding or anything, but he's consistent, and that's what I love watching about this guy. His game is so consistent.
Ready now for Baltimore, Andrew Stevenson. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lifted the other way out to left center. Bradley is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Trey Mancini. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Now the pitch. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. Hard hit ball to second. Backhanded. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Second inning upcoming from Baltimore with no score. Second inning upcoming from Baltimore, but first here's Heidi Watney with a little bit more on the forecast.
Well, Matt, it's pretty dry down here right now, but I am told there's rain in the forecast for later in the game. It's not entirely clear how severe it's going to get, but we could be facing a weather delay if the storm front passes over the ballpark. For now, let's hope for the best.
Yeah, Heidi, thanks. Safety of the players, of course, and players getting required rest at the end of the night becomes important. When you guys approached a game like this, did you know you were in for a long one?
No doubt, Matty. And there's rain on the horizon. You want to get depth. You want to score early as an offense, get some depth and some length out of your starting pitching, and hand it over to that fresh bullpen.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Here it comes, the 3-0. And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. His past history with Dylan Bundy, he checks in as a .306 hitter. He's also hit 3 home runs. First delivery to him on the way. 0-1 the count. Line drive, base hit.
Hard bullet single to left field on a pitch that was kind of middle down in the zone, D-Row, and he's going to have to make some better pitches than that one.
Yeah, if he's going to leave pitches over the heart of the plate, he's going to have a long night. The middle of this order does serious damage.
Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland, and he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball. 1-0. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250, a dozen home runs, 26 RBIs. The 1-0 pitch. Now a swing and a miss, and I don't think he was expecting a pitch inside. It's 1-1.
In a big spot like this, you have to be looking for something you can handle. That pitch bunched him up completely, so I think he's trying to do a little bit too much right now.
Fouled off. Betts over at second. Bogaerts on at first with nobody out. A swing by Moreland and a ball soaring to right field. And that is off the wall in right field. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Boy, D-Row, we're looking at a big inning right here with that single. Bases are loaded, yet no runs have scored in this inning.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that pitcher wants you to think. You have to eliminate the noise, Dan. Just try and drive in the guy from third base. Don't put pressure on yourself that you have to get everyone in with one swing of the bat. Pass the baton and keep the line moving.
The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
1-1.
The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
Tight spot. Bases loaded. Nobody out. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he will touch them all on the grand slam. Third home run for him on the year as they move on top 4-0.
This is an example of an inning that just gets away from you. A couple of innocent hits, a walk, and the next thing you know, he's watching them all trot around the bases. You don't always see a lot of runs scored in this sport, but sometimes they can be put up in a hurry.
Here's Jackie Bradley now. Only one hit for him in his last 4 ball games. First offering on its way. Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0. His past history with Dylan Bundy, he's got 8 hits in 33 at-bats. He also has 1 home run. Just missing here, 2-0.
This offense is absolutely feasting on these count leverage situations. If he's going to have any chance of feeling good about his effort tonight, this pitcher has got to get back in the strike zone.
3-0 now. Christian Vasquez will be next. 4 runs here in this half inning. He loses him on ball 4.
3 of those pitches were definitely out of the zone, but that last pitch looked pretty darn good to me. You're not usually going to get many favorable calls on 3-0, though. You have to earn that spot.
In now, Christian Vasquez, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1.
Wow, his last time out, guys were just flailing away at that slider, but tonight, completely different story. I think their approach coming to the plate tonight was to lay off that pitch until he shows he can throw it for a strike.
A 1-1 count now to Vasquez.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
The 1-1 is in there for strike number 2. The 1-2 is a slider that misses below the zone. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
He's not having his best outing in this one, and I think that curveball is part of the reason why. He couldn't get on top of that one, and that's not the first time that's happened.
Now the 3-2 pitch, and he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Back to the top of the order now, and up next, the exciting left-handed bat of Andrew Benintendi. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike.
You're on the mound in this situation. You only have 2 options. You got to find a way to strike this next guy out or get him to ground into a double play.
Oh, 2 the count to Benintendi. First and second here with nobody out. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. And that's taken in by Escobar for the first out.
Okay, here's how the Birds line up today on defense. And guys, taking a look at this defense is going to have to be stout today. Starting pitcher with an ERA north of 5 usually spells some barrels being found by the opposition. So these guys better be on their toes in this one.
So coming to the plate, Dustin Pedroia. First pitch coming. Here it is. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1.
Wow, that's 40 pitches for him already. This doesn't have the makings of a start that he's going to go very deep.
Bradley on second. Vasquez is over at first with 1 away. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
2 balls and a strike now. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. He stays alive, still 2-2.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Tries to go the other way as this is hit in the air down the right field line. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And they'll add another as this is now a 5-0 game.
Everybody has bad days at the office, including starting pitchers. He's given up 5 runs in this inning alone, and you have to wonder how long the manager's going to stay with him. Not long, I would bet.
Tanner Scott enters from the pen in just the 2nd inning, so they'll hope to get some length out of him and have him stay out there for a while.
Tanner.
J.D. Martinez will be the first to greet him here as he'll do so with runners at the corners and only 1 out. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
1 ball, no strike.
Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball 1.
Let's go, O's.
Ball and a strike. The 1-1 misses for the 2nd ball. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. I tried to jerk that one, and it's 2-2.
Hey, boys, you talk about getting your A swing off. That's what it looks like right there. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Here now the 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
Definitely in a tough situation facing the 3-hitter. You can work around him and maybe walk him to load the bases, but that just sets up the cleanup guy with the bases loaded.
Runners are at 1st and 3rd, 1 away. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Catch is made. Here comes the runner from 3rd. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from 3rd. It's a 6-0 ball game.
Usually when you score a lot of runs in 1 inning, like this inning, you're doing a lot of things right. And how about this? A sac fly to drive in another run. They have to be happy with this.
So here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Mookie Betts. He scored after reaching on a walk in his first at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2. Movement in the Orioles bullpen now as they've got a left-hander up and throwing. And he won't offer it that. Too high. 1-2.
Decided to go with a fastball there on 0-2, but what he's trying to do with that pitch is to expand the strike zone. Maybe you get a guy to offer at it, but at the very least, it helps set up your off-speed stuff.
A runner on 1st with 2 away. Hit hard on the ground to 1st. A dive, and he knocks it down. But they'll still manage to get the out on the force, and with that fine play, the inning comes to an end. So they strike for 6 in the inning as there's the big blow, the grand slam home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Red Sox 6 and the Orioles nothing. Here's Mark Trumbo now. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a bouncing ball hit to Pedroia at second. Scooped up. Throw by Pedroia will be in time, and there's your first down.
So here's how the Bo Sox are positioning themselves defensively. And let's focus on the guy behind the dish tonight, Christian Vasquez. Lock in on this guy. Some say he looks like a young Pudge Rodriguez in his prime. The bat's coming, but the way he massages this pitching staff, it should be your focus.
In now for the O's, DJ Stewart, and he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. Now the first pitch here from Price. And a fastball's in there for strike one. One out, nobody on. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Pulled hard, but it's fouled down the first base side. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2. And it's fouled away. Bases are empty, one man out. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in two that time. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. So bases are empty here with two gone. And up next will be the shortstop, Alcides Escobar. Here comes the first pitch. High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball 1. And 2-0 as this one's taken low. 2 out, nobody on. The 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
3-ball count right now. This looks like the best chance of getting a base runner run so far.
Full count to Alcides Escobar.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1. So now we've got a battle on our hands.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Another full count pitch home. A bouncer to the left side. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag.
And as a former pitcher, I can tell you, nothing is more painful than having to get extra outs in an inning. That should have been out number 3 there. Instead, he has to refocus and get back to work.
So it's a runner at first as a result of the throwing error. And that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Jesus Sucre. Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball over the outside, but in there for a strike. Swing and a little blooper to center. And that's in there. Base hit.
Batting 8, the right fielder, Joey.
That'll bring in Joey Rickard. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Oh, and he misses it.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you can say, hey, he's going a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And that misses inside 1-0.
As a veteran pitcher, he knows if he's going to have success in this one, he's got to establish that pitch in, get those guys to respect it, and open up that outer half of the plate.
There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1. Escobar at third, Sucre at second, Rickard on at first with 2 down. Good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
If I'm the guy in the batter's box right here, I have to take a step out, adjust my batting gloves, take the pull side out of it, because that was 3 fastballs in a row.
The 1-2 just hung in there on that one. And he comes back to get him. So a great job pitching out of it with the bases loaded. Orioles leave him loaded. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Welcome back to Baltimore as we send you down to check in with Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, I talked with manager Alex Cora during the break about his thoughts on the Red Sox hitters to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said forcing the opposing starter out of the game before the 3rd inning and posting a bunch of runs right out of the gate was huge for them from a confidence standpoint and for their outlook moving forward in this game. The key now is keeping their foot on the gas pedal, Matt.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
Leading off for the Red Sox.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Xander Bogaerts. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too. Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
One gone here in the Boston 3rd, and that'll bring up a former Gold Glover, the first baseman, Mitch Moreland. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A high fastball is in there. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a liner. And no chance there for Escobar. It's a base hit.
You know who's the happiest man in the building right now? His starting pitcher. He's got a big old smile on his face. He knows he has a 6-run lead here in the early going to work with. You can't let that take away your edge, though.
Rafael Devers the next to bat. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the 2nd. He's set. Here it comes. And he lays off here, but it's a cold strike 1.
Jumped ahead with strike 1 there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
A ball and a strike now. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball well outside.
Those were two great executed pitches right there away from this batter. He can hurt you in a heartbeat. I don't think anything's going to leak out over the heart of the plate.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Now a slider misses, and that pushes the count to 3-1.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or do you just pitch around them?
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2.
I think it's a real possibility that they put that run on first in motion. That would help them stay out of that double play that would end the inning, but that's also kind of risky at the same time.
3-2 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Escobar has it. One there. On to first. And for the second time in 3 innings, they've bounced into a double play. And with this one, the side is retired.
Welcome back. As the Orioles look to get the offense going here in the third, this is a lineup that has had its struggles this season. Coming into this one, they find themselves last in the league in runs scored, and a big part of that has to do with their lack of home run production, a category where they also rank dead last. In talking to a member of the front office, he acknowledged how important home runs are to scoring runs in today's sport, and that they simply haven't done a good enough job of getting the power bat they need in place. He went on to say, it's probably the #1 problem we have to address going forward. Matt?
All right, Heidi, thank you. Back to work now is Price as he gets ahead to start the inning. It's strike 1.
I got to believe this is an awesome time for this pitcher to get real aggressive in the strike zone. He's got a huge lead. He knows he can pound and try and polish up his mechanics down and away.
Slow roller down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away.
My man on the mound has just got great strikeout stuff working for him these days. Looking back at his last start, he racked up 9 Ks, and now he's looking like he could put up similar numbers in this one.
Now at the plate, Andrew Stevenson. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. First offering on its way. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this is a foul ball. Now the 1-1 pitch. And he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. And there's out number 2. And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. High in the air down the right field line. Betts has a read on it, and he hauls it down in the corner. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They still find themselves down 6-0. Stepping up now, Jackie Bradley Jr.
The center fielder, Jackie Bradley Jr.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Rising fastball, and it catches the zone for a strike. Bradley, 28 years old. He was a first-round pick back in 2011.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick. Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. There's a look at the final line for the Orioles starter. Not the night he or his club were hoping for.
Well, this one's really easy to dissect. Too many pitches left over the heart of the plate. 3 bombs allowed in this one. He's going to have to do a better job of throwing quality pitches down the road.
First delivery to him on the way. And that misses for ball 1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. 1-1 pitch and a good sinker there, but he can't find the zone. 2-1.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but the manager's planting a seed in that umpire's mind to try to expand the strike zone so some of those borderline pitches start to go his pitcher's way.
Throw gets him. 2 down. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. Well, the reliever remains in the game here, having pitched very well, but this is a longer outing than what he's used to.
It is, Matt, and I really tip my cap to him for gutting this thing out right now. On the other side, I worry they're being a little bit too greedy by leaving him out there. There are options left in the pen, and it would be a shame if all his hard work got undone because he started making some mistakes in location due to fatigue.
And a slider tails outside for ball 1. The 1-0 is taken for ball 2.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to hump up on a fastball and sailed on it.
Now the 2-0. Lined hard toward right center. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. Throwing to second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Got a pretty good pitch to hit there and turned it into extra bases. And to me, this goes back to what we were saying about this reliever pitching longer than he's really used to. I do think he's fighting exhaustion right now.
Stepping in now, Dustin Pedroia, as he looks at a fastball on the inside corner for strike 1. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now.
And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. The tag, and he is out. 1 left for the Red Sox, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Mark Trumbo. He'll be the one to lead it off against David Price here in the inning.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball. 1-0. And this catches the outside corner, strike 1. Count is 1-2 now. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1. Time now for the Red Sox Road to the Show report as we get a look at two guys making some noise in the upper minors. Stepping in, DJ Stewart. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. This is fought off foul over to the right side. It's a ball and a strike. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Drilled to first. Moreland's there, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. He comes in 0 for 1 on the day thus far after reaching on an error his first time up. First offering on its way. Swing and a line drive. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
Standing in now, Jesus Sucre. Right side, fair ball down the line. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Well, D-Roll, that looked like a pretty easy inning to start. All of a sudden, 2 outs and back-to-back singles, runners at first and third.
Yeah, they put traffic on them. I guess I would throw it back at you, Dan. You get 2 quick outs right there, and then you get 2 base hit knocks. Are you even concerning yourself with the traffic on the bases, or are you just trying to execute that next pitch?
You know what happens a lot of times, D-Roll, you lose concentration. You get the first 2 out in the inning. You think, hey, I'm going to breeze through this and get this third guy out next.
And this one gets away. What a bad time for a wild pitch as the run will score from third.
Wow, the pitcher has no one to blame but himself. Man on third, he just uncorks one. The runner alertly takes off immediately and gets their first run of the game just handed to him on a silver platter.
The 1-0 home is offered at and missed for the first strike. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 fouled away. Here he comes again, 1-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 1-2. Grounded weakly to the left. Devers fields it cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. It's a run on 2 hits here for Baltimore. We played 4 full. Boston's out in front, 6-1. Now the Red Sox DH, J.D. Martinez. He hit a sac fly earlier.
J.D. Martinez.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Strike taken up in the zone. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
Trumbo has room in foul territory. One down.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Here's Mookie Betts. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball one. Betts, who's often just referred to as plain old Mookie. He was a 5th-round pick back in 2011.
Hey, when you come out of the middle round, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself.
Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. The relay, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
It's not exactly Fenway Park out there in left field, but a ball up the wall is not a gimme double here either. So even though he almost drove it out of the ballpark, it was well played off the carom. They got it in quickly, and he might consider himself lucky to beat that throw into second base.
Into the box now, Xander Bogaerts, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game. The 1-0 delivery. And this one's down the middle, a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Hey, if these guys are going to have any chance in this one, they are going to have to set their sights a little lower. You cannot expect to get the barrel of the bat to that baseball. That is entirely too high.
And he fouls this one off.
Hey, if he's going to offer at a fastball above the zone, why don't you just continue to climb the ladder? Don't be shocked if he goes even higher with this next pitch.
Softly hit out to short, and that'll be the second out.
Now batting, the first base.
Digging in and looking for more, Mitch Moreland. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that's up and in for ball one.
No strike.
Betts stands at second with 2 gone. A bit of a hanger, but it's laid off and called a strike. One and 2 now. Ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Still a ball and 2 strikes. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Red Sox leave 1. They hold on to their 6-1 lead. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Orioles offense with their manager between innings, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Rio Ruiz to the plate now. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
In there for strike one. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Well, he's really been good all game long until that one. He was definitely not trying to hit a guy when he's got 2 strikes on him. It just appeared that it got away from him.
So it's back to the top of the order now, and the switch hitter Jonathan Villar will be the next to bat. Now the first pitch here from Price. And they'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball 1. Now the 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
2 balls and a strike to the Orioles leadoff hitter. Two balls and 2 strikes to Jonathan Villar. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. Now Price misses here on 2-2, and he runs it full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
This would be an absolute terrible start to the inning. After drilling the first guy, you can't allow the second guy to reach base via the wall.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And that misses for ball 4, and it's 1st and 2nd now with nobody out.
Now batter, the left fielder, Andrew.
Digging in, Andrew Stevenson. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. First offering on its way. He pulls this one into right. There to look it in his bets, and that's out number 1. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
Now back, the designated hitter,
Striding forward now is the DH, Trey Mancini. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
This is absolutely a huge spot right here. They have to find a way to get something out of this half inning. I don't care if it's 1 run or 2 runs. You have to find a way to at least give yourself a little shot of confidence that you can get back into this one.
Behind 0-2 now.
2 strikes.
And that last pitch from Price was number 73 in the ballgame. Good waist pitch, 1-2.
I love a well-executed changeup, especially one down in the zone. The only problem throwing it in that situation, you leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The 1-2 is laid off of down and in.
Number 3 hole hitter up right now. Cleanup guy on deck. 2 ball, 2 strike count. I think pitcher wants to make something happen right here.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Fouled off. The 2-2. This is line to left, and that's a fair ball as this one will get down the line. The runner from second scores as they inch a bit closer.
Boy, what a battle there, D-Roll. Several pitch at bat right there. He threw everything but the kitchen sink, and he was still able to get an RBI base hit.
And Dan, I can't tell you, the longer the ABs go, usually, I'll tell you get in that swing mode where if he throws the rosin bag, you're pulling the trigger on it. Wait for him to settle in his zone and not come outside of it and end up getting a knock.
Into the box, Mark Trumbo, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The 1-0. Count even now at 1-1. The 1-1 is in there for the second strike. Good take there to lay off the high fastball.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
And it's fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. A bouncer up the middle. Bogaerts has it. Pedroia on to Moreland, and they roll 2 to end the inning. Orioles settle for 1. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the Red Sox 6 and the Orioles 2. Striding into the box, Rafael Devers. He was a double play victim last time around.
Yeah, rolling into a 2-ball will eat at you for the rest of the game at least, so you know he wants to make up for it right here.
He's set, and the pitch. There's a shin-high slider laid off for a ball. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball.
It's never advantageous to fall behind 2-0 as a pitcher, but if you're going to do it, it's far better to do it with a guy down in the bottom of the order. Time for a challenge fastball right here, though.
And there's a swing and a miss. 2-1 now.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
Now the 2-1 is taken for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
Three and 2, the count for Rafael Devers.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas. So when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit or at least force him out of the game.
Now the payoff pitch home. Line drive snagged on a short hop. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Next up for the Red Sox, Jackie Bradley Jr. Here's the first pitch to him. A ball and no strikes.
Listen, I'm not trying to make up an excuse, but this is this guy's 5th inning of work in this game out of the bullpen. Are you kidding me? Nobody goes 5 innings anymore.
The 1-0 home is looked at for the first strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. The 1-2 is a fastball taken high for a ball. The 2-2 hit softly down the line at first, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting.
Striding in for Boston, Christian Vasquez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this will be a foul ball. The 0-2 pitch is at the knees and called strike 3. Down in order go the Red Sox. They lead it 6-2. Digging in once again,
Leading
DJ
off
Stewart.
for the
He comes in
Orioles,
0 for 2
the
thus
center
far.
fielder, number 24.
First delivery to him on the way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. And now Boston's bullpen springs into action. A left-hander and a right-hander begin to throw. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a bouncing ball, foul. Now the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location. So a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
In now, Alcides Escobar. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Waiting on it is Benintendi, and he makes the catch for the second out. Stepping up to the plate, Jesus Sucre. He steps in off a base hit in his last at bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1.
1-0.
Here's a changeup that's right there, 1-1. And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now.
Well, he's had a good game at the plate so far, 2 for 2, but I don't think you want to work around him if you're on the mound. Pitch him smart, but you certainly don't want to give him too much credit.
Slapped hard the opposite way. And again, he's got himself a base hit. Make it 3 for 3. So that knock keeps the bottom of the 6th inning hot.
Hey, I can't fault the pitcher right now, but he better make an adjustment. This guy came into the game ice cold, but after 3 knocks, to give him another chance to beat you seems foolish.
Standing in now, Joey Rickard. And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Softly hit to the left side. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. One hit, one left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Red Sox 6 and the Orioles 2. Welcome back to Baseball on the Show. Red Sox on top in this one as we get set for the 7th. But first, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Richard Blyer is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 48, Richard Blyer.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Andrew Benintendi. It was a 2-bagger for him in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. And now we'll see some action in the bullpen as the lefty starts to get loose. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. The 1-1 home. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole.
Keep battling, young man. 3 foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater and the off speed. Let's see if he can catch something on the barrel.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
And that misses 2-2.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him. So we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
The batter, number 50.
In now, Dustin Pedroia is looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Ball 1.
No strike.
Two and 0 now. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
With the meat of the order due up next, you could probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
1 out, nobody on. High in the air out to center field. Stewart has a play. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting.
Next will be the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. There's the cut fastball, but it's low, 1-0.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there. That cutter inside. And that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
A ball and a strike. One is a cutter that misses 2-1. The 2-1 home. Line hard to the left side. Foul. Here now the 2-2. Line to the right side. That gets down, and the inning will continue. And this is going to rattle up against the out-of-town scoreboard now. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tucked, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
1 ball, no strikes to count. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A called strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
From the belt, kicks and deals. 2-1.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to take right there. I'm not sure if you're guessing or you're sitting on a pitch, but boy, that was awfully close to being called a strike.
Martinez at second with 2 down. And he lays off again, ball 3.
I don't know why in the world anybody would want to be an umpire. That manager has given this umpire an earful on a pitch that he thought was a strike, and he's certainly trying to defend his pitcher.
The 3-1 pitch. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Now the 3-2 pitch. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
The batter, number 2, shortstop.
So digging in now, Xander Bogaerts. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the results sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
First offering on its way. Back up the middle. And the throw to first will be in time, so the Red Sox come up empty, and the inning is over. Boston strands a couple. They lead it 6-2. Digging in, Rio Ruiz. He'll try and get something started in the home half of the 7th.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Here's the first pitch to him. Left side. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, 1 away. Back to the top of the Oriole lineup now, and stepping in, Jonathan Villar. No hits to this point. Here comes the first pitch. Cut fastball taken for strike one.
We're moving along into the later innings, and this guy's throwing over 60% of his first pitches for strikes. He'd like to do a little bit more, but so far, so good.
Count now, a ball and a strike. The 1-1 is a missed drag bunt attempt for a strike. And through 6 1/3, he's about to hit the 100 pitch mark now.
Hey, you know, Matty V, this is all you can ask for as a manager in today's game in baseball. Very rarely do we see guys get through the 7th inning. So he's through the 6th here with 1 out, and Mark DeRosa, so far so good, a pretty decent outing.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be batter to batter here for the manager if he's going to continue to ride this hot hand or if he's going to go to the bullpen. Keep in mind, people, the longer the at bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
Here's a ball hit softly down to third. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first.
How about it?
And that's what speed does for you. He made the play, but in the back of his mind, he knew he was dealing with the speedster, so he rushed the throw, and he had more time than he thought, too.
Striding in, Andrew Stevenson hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
First pitch on its way. Fly ball out toward left center field. On the run is Benintendi. He gets there, and that's the second out. And now the designated hitter for the Orioles, Trey Mancini. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Now the first pitch here from Price. Takes this the other way to right, and Mookie will make the play, and that retired the side. 1 left for the Orioles. They still trail here at 6-2. Sean Gilmartin has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 63, Sean Gilmartin.
Ready now, Mitch Moreland. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the 8th.
The first baseman, Mitch Moreland.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Here's a slider that's inside, 1-0. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plane.
Fouled away. The 1-2 is a sinker in the dirt. Line to the right side. Rickard is there, 1 away.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Rafael Devers will stand in again, but before he does, let's take you back to the 2nd inning of the ball game. Maybe the key blow so far, a grand slam that really got things started for him. Pitch on the way. In there for strike 1, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul.
Can't imagine he comes back with a third breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed that one up pretty well and just missed it, fouling it away.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. And now a right-hander up and throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The batter.
Settling in now, Jackie Bradley Jr. He was a ground out victim last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball over the outside, but in there for a strike. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Ugly swing right there. That pitch wasn't even close. You could tell this guy's been in the swing mode from the minute he walked into the batter's box.
Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They lead it 6-2. Matt Barnes is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 32, Matt Barnes.
So now the Oriole cleanup hitter, Mark
Leading
Trumbo.
off
No
for the
hits in
Orioles,
3 tries so far.
the
He's
first
struck
baseman,
out once.
Mark Trumbo.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. The 0-1 on its way. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down. And there are the final numbers for the Boston starter. He was on point from the get-go this evening.
Matty V, really a solid performance. 7 strong innings pitched, in line for the win. Needs some help for the bullpen to close this one out.
Standing in, DJ Stewart. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
And now the Red Sox will get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Now the 1-0. Slapped hard the opposite way. And this is going to get down and head for the 333 sign. The throw into second. And he had 2 on his mind, and that's what he'll get as he's in at second base with a 1-out double. Cut it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he was staring at his last at bat right there, probably his last at bat. Would have been tough to get him another AB in this one, but he's able to get it done.
Hey, better late than never. And I'm sure when he walked into that batter's box right there, he's thinking this very well could be my last AB of this game. So if I'm going to keep this streak alive, going to have to do it right now.
Into the box now, Alcides Escobar, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the 0-1. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
All right, as a hitter right here, you got to know he's throwing you tough pitches. He does not want to miss over the heart of the plate. That's when you step out, regroup, maybe sit over the heart of the plate, knowing that he's trying to execute so well, he might miss right down the middle.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Stewart leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Softly hit toward the hole. Mullen has it, and he'll take this one to the bag for the out. But meanwhile, the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. Into the box, Jesus Sucre trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Who started him with the change, and it's 0-1. 2 outs here with a runner at third.
I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
Heading out towards shallow right. And that's going to fall for a base hit. Knocks one in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's now a 6-3 contest.
Now batting.
There's a good job of battling right there, Hero. Pitcher had the advantage with 2 outs, 2 strikes. You're 1 pitch away, and boy, what a terrific piece of hitting right there.
Yeah, that's a great job right there. Some guys are not afraid to hit with 2 strikes. They'll take that pitcher deep in the count, feeling comfortable about it. That's the type of hitter this guy is, and he was able to come through.
Stepping in now, Joey Rickard, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Hit hard to the right side, and that's through for a hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, Hero, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tucked right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour, you have to honor that fastball and try and work it the other way to keep you on the off speed.
Carson Smith enters here looking to get the final out before the 9th inning. Stepping into the box, Rio Ruiz. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it, so he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Two men are on with 2 men out. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Two and 1.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
3-1 here. You have to make a good pitch on the mound. Grooving one here rarely works in your favor unless the hitter tries to do too much with it.
The 3-1. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
And now a crucial spot. Bases loaded. 2 men gone. And the switch hitter Jonathan VR will be the next to bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Upper part of the strike zone. A dangerous pitch with the changeup, but he laid off. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
He put himself in a good position, jumping ahead 0-2 with the bases loaded. Now we'll see if he can finish it off.
The 0-2 lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
2 out, bases loaded. Grounded softly to the right. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. Orioles settle for 1. 9th inning coming up. The Red Sox lead it 6-3. Arodys Vizcaíno enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. At the plate, Christian Vasquez. 0-2 with a walk for him so far.
Christian Vasquez.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting, left fielder.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over, and to the plate, Andrew Benintendi. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. First pitch on its way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Two and 1 now to the Boston leadoff hitter. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. He's fallen behind now. 3-1. Waiting next is Dustin Pedroia. Here it is on 3-1. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. One out, nobody on. Now a slider here, but this will miss off the plate away, and it's ball 4.
Now batting, second baseman, Dustin.
Striding in once again, Dustin Pedroia. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ball game. From the stretch, skied in the air to straightaway left. Stevenson is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Now
so striding in, J.D. Martinez. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, give me a repeat performance of that last double. With a man on first right now, let him run, get you a ribby.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at bat. It's ball 1. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
Front door with the slider eclipsed the zone for a called strike.
That's a nasty pitch right there. You got to tip your hat as the hitter. You get a nasty slider like that, there's nothing you can do. Actually a quality take.
All even now, 2-2. Benintendi leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And he fouls this one off. Here's another 2-2. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. Hit hard on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. Nothing in the Boston ninth. Last chance coming up for Baltimore. They've got some work to do, down 6-3. Craig Kimbrell enters the game to finish this one off here in the bottom of the ninth.
Number 46, Craig Kimbrell.
Stepping in, Andrew Stevenson. He flew out in his last at bat.
Hey, not impossible, but highly improbable. Even when you're at home, you score 3 runs off a closer like this guy. They've got the work cut out for him.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Kimbrell has become one of the more dominant bullpen arms in the sport today, and a big reason is his swing and miss stuff. Really helps him pitch out of tough situations.
Yeah, Matty V, and I think what we're seeing more and more out of the game of baseball right now in the 8th and 9th inning, big power arm guys that have really 2 good pitches that they can strike you out with, and that's what this guy is here. If he doesn't have one, he has the other, and if he has them both, he's nearly impossible to make contact off of. The last thing you want to do when you've got a 3-run lead in the 9th is give the other guys any sense of hope. It's a good time to challenge here on 2-0, especially since there's a good chance he's taking until he gets a strike.
Strike called, 2-1. The 2-1 takes a pitch for strike number 2. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
When your closer comes in and strikes out the first guy he faces, everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have 2 more outs to get, but retiring that leadoff guy is always huge when you're trying to shut a game down.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And, looked inside, but that's ruled as strike. 0-1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Swung on and missed. That's strike 2. And a waste pitch there. 1-2. The 1-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Pedroia calls for it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
In now, Mark Trumbo, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball. 1-0. The win would belong to David Price if the lead holds up. Ready with the 1-0. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front. A ball and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. And this will be a called strike 2, and trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight.
That changeup came in at 89 miles an hour. You know a guy throws hard when his off speed is in the high 80s.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Baltimore down to their final strike. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here. And with that, this one is over.
Just more of the same from Craig Kimbrel. He comes out of the bullpen and fires a scoreless 9th inning to pick up the save. Business as usual from one of the best in the game.
And tonight's comes to an end. 6-3 the final. The Boston Red Sox took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. David Price earns his 6th winning decision in this one. Dylan Bundy struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. Craig Kimbrel earns the save out of the bullpen, his 3rd of the campaign. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.